everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Durey or Durkook. Oh my god. Okay, it's me, Durey or Durkook, or whatever you like to call me. There were some issues with my camera. It's my phone camera, and I've turned on a phone camera over here which is not working. It's my other phone, and even that's not working, so I'm not sure what should I do. I'm trying my best. I don't know what's wrong with this one. And this is my old phone, so of course there's something wrong with this one. But I don't know what's wrong with that one. Oh my god. Why is it making so many noises? Okay. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Durey or Durkook, or whatever you like to call me. I make different contents. Book content, movie reviews, whatever's in my head, and I have this other series called Cozy Saturdays where I talk about what I'm learning in life, where I talk like a grandma. I'm trying to make this work as well, because if that one's not working, I hope this one works. But this one's not working at all, even though the camera is really good, and I really wanted this to work, but whatever. Anyways, I'm really sick, but I had to make this video, and I've been really delaying this book haul, and I have bought many more books even when I was like planning this first book haul, and I was like, and then later I went again to the bookstore and bought more books on another trip, then another trip, bought more books, and now they're all connected. So if you're seeing a big book haul, it's because I bought them on different intervals, not all together. I'm not that crazy. Why isn't it working? Please work. You're such a good camera. Okay, I'm really sick right now, but I'm trying my best, okay? I hope you can hear me. My mic that I bought doesn't work. And I'm not using my nails because, well, first of all, my old nails are really long right now, but also because I'm not feeling it right now. Anyways, oh my god, please work. This is such a good camera. If it starts working, I'll show you. Like, this is such a good camera right now. Like, the fact is so good in comparison to that, but it's not working for some reason. Anyways, so I had to go around my house because it was such a long time that I've been wanting to do this, that I had to go around my house and gather all the books that I want to do on this book haul. By the way, if you like my channel because of the Cozy Saturdays, they come on Saturdays and they only come when I need to talk about something. So anything that you like if you like book related content, sometimes I do movie reviews because I don't really watch movies that much, but sometimes I do them when I watch them, and usually it's book related content, and anything that I want to talk about. This is not working, so I don't think you will see this camera. Both of them are phone cameras, but I don't think you will see this one. And yeah, last time I don't know what was happening, and I hope this is not happening again, but at that time I had it somewhere stuck, and my mobile, like, it was against a box. But this time this is on stand because there's a stand right here, my ring light stand. And anyways, I'll start the book haul. I don't know some of the books that are out of the bags, I don't know which one came like in which set of my trip. So let's start. You'll understand. Anyways, this is not the one where I wanted to start. Okay, so recently, the first bag that I wanted to start was, recently I've been really into philosophy, and I wanted to buy some books, and the bookstore owner where I go is a really nice guy, uncle. He's a really nice uncle, and he helped me a lot. So I'm not that happy. I tried my best to look decent as possible, but I'm really sick, so please bear with me. I'm talking like I look like a model every single day. I don't even try that hard. But this time I did try hard because I was sick, so I did try hard to look good. And by the way, I'm getting a little sweaty, but I'm not turning on the fan because, like I said, I'm sick, and turning on the fan would actually make me more sicker. So even if I'm getting sweaty, just bear with me, please bear with me. Anyways, like I said, I've been really into philosophy, so I bought some books. I brought some other things too, but I'll talk about it at the end of the video. Like what this is, I'll talk about it at the end of the video. This is something I've started recently, and this may turn into co-starter somehow. I would talk about this in detail in co-starter maybe, but I'll give a little hint over here at the end of this video. Okay. So the first book I bought that day was Bertrand. Okay, first of all, I don't know if this is philosophy or not, but I went to buy philosophy books, and there are other books that I bought as well. So I don't know if this count as philosophy or just self-help, but you can like get the point, right? Bertrand Russell's The Conquest of Happiness. I'm really loving it. By the way, I am also going to record a video on something I learned about reading, and this would be another video, like not this one, but I learned that reading during I was reading this, so that's why I'm reminded of that. Anyways, I'm reading Bertrand Russell's The Conquest of Happiness, and you will see this book again in other videos again, because one I'll make about this book and one I'll make about the reading whole thing, because like I said, I learned that while I was reading this, not in this book, but while regarding reading in general. Okay, anyway, I am not that fast of a reader when it comes to non-fiction. Like I really take my time reading when I'm reading non-fiction. With fiction I'm like really fast, but with non-fiction I'm not that fast. So this is one I bought, and the other ones, I'll start by this one. Okay, right now I'm really loving Plato, and this is the Great Dialogues of Plato, but I've been reading some of the articles. I haven't started reading this yet, but I've been reading some of the articles and about Plato, and I'm really like loving his theories and his philosophies. So yeah, this is Dialogues of Plato. I haven't started reading it yet, but I hope. By the way, I thrift these books, and there's some other love in thrifting books. This is just a haul, so if you feel bored, it's fine. It's just a book haul. I love watching book hauls, so I decided to create one myself. Also, I love buying books. So this is Philosophy of Science by Samir Okasha. These are the books that I haven't started reading yet. I'm only reading The Conquest of Happiness yet. I've started, okay? And other that are here, but I'll tell you about them. The Philosophy of Science by Samir Okasha. I'll tell you how it is. I just saw it, and even though I'm not a science person, I got intrigued. Why the hell? These work. No. Anyways, this is one of the books. I really want this to work. This is so good. Like, this is a little disoriented, but that one is really good. No ad, but that one's and it's my old phone. I really want that to work. Okay. This one was actually suggested by the bookstore owner, and he's a really nice uncle. Like, he helps me a lot, and I've been going there for ages. So this one was suggested by him. This is Confucius the Analects. This is one of the Penguin classics. Wait, is this my first Penguin classic? I believe so. Okay. The second book is also a Penguin classic. It's Tacitus, the Elves of Imperial Rome. You know, whenever I start reading these, I'll talk to you about it, but I'm just doing a book haul, and I'm not really going into detail about these books, because I know that there will be separate videos where I read each of them. And every time I'm opening them, I'm like, I want to start reading this one, I want to start reading that one. So yeah, this like that. The other is Buddhist scriptures. I'm really like getting interested into studying Buddhism, and it's because of Gandhara and everything. I'm really studying Gandhara as well right now, Gandhara civilization. So like I'm really into studying that part, and also studying about Buddhism right now. So I'll talk about it when I'm able to talk about it. Like when I have more knowledge and I'm able to talk with that much knowledge, because this is not just normal topic that I'll just pick it up and start talking. It's a religion, and I really need to be more well versed if I want to start talking about it. Anyways, the other one is The Age of Ideology. I don't know, I just why I picked it up, but it was in the books and I was also suggested that. So I just picked it up, and it wasn't suggested by the owner, but it was suggested by someone else over there. I don't know who that was, but I picked it up. I love bookstores, like that's my favorite time of my life. Whenever I go to bookstores, the conversations we have, especially thrift stores, there's another like vibe over there. And yeah, this one is Aristotle, the Politics. I haven't even opened it yet, as you can see. This one was new. And yeah, like I said, I'm not really going into that detail, but I will. I will once I'll start reading this, and I will go into detail about them in other videos. But this is just a haul video, okay? So just enjoy. Sit down and enjoy. This is Plato Republic, and yeah, I haven't even started that. And like I said, I've really been into Plato recently, so there's a big possibility I'll read one of those two books next after that one. Okay, these two, I don't know why I bought them, but I really got interested. This is a book of instructions on Zoroastrian religion. I've also been interested in Zoroastrian religion before the Buddhist religion, and the reason why I'm studying about so many religions, because I am actually working on something, but like I said, a little research thing, but like I said, until I'm that well versed, I won't be able to talk about it right now. I'm really sick, so I have to I'm really sick, so I have to blow my nose here. I'm sorry. Anyways, the reason, like I said, the reason I'm studying about so many religions is because I'm working on something, a research sort of, and because it's such a big part of people's life, the religions is a big part of people's life. My religion is a big part of my life. So in that case, I have to be really respectful before saying anything. That's why I'm not sure if a video would come about what I'm working on, but if it does come, I think it would be really long. It would be after maybe 6 months, years, I don't know, but I really want to be well versed in the topics before I start talking about them with people, in case I don't hurt anyone's feelings. So I'm studying about Buddhism, and I'm studying about the Zoroastrian religion. I'm just like not randomly, just like getting the basic knowledge of Zoroastrian religion, but I'm really like I really want to know going deep into the Buddhist religion and know about their past and everything, and just the religion itself. Anyway, there's this book called The Moonflower, and it's by Beverly Nicholas, and in the book it said the Popular Book Club London. If you know anything about this book, please do let me know. But the first time when I started reading this, I was really surprised, because I was reading this in the middle of the night. It was raining that night, and I was sitting outside, and everyone was asleep, and I started reading this, and it was a mood. Like I'm just like 2-3 pages, and I didn't pick it up like, oh, I'll just start pick it up and I'll finish this book. I was just sitting in this room, and like I said, it was the middle of the night, it was raining, and I started reading a few pages, like just first 2-3 pages, and I don't know, it's just a mood. I love this book, the first 2-3 pages. I think it's the feel, the pages are so old, and I think it's just the feel of the book itself, and because I'm just like at the introduction of the story. But do let me know anything you know about The Moonflower by Beverly Nichols. Please do let me know, because it was a mood when I started reading this. Anyway, There's this other book that it's a poetry book. I've been really into poetry, and it's like Fariduddin Attar. I used to say Fariduddin Attar, but my father corrected me and he was like, this is Fariduddin Attar. And the Speech of the Birds. This book was mentioned in Dozakh Khana when I was reading it, and like there was this really brief mention of this book. Brief is like longer or just a little bit mention of this book, and this is presented by Peter Avery. And when I saw this book, The Speech of the Birds, I was like, I am getting this, because the little mention that this had in the Khana, and I've talked about how I felt when I was reading the Khana. Like I said, it's another word for me when I read that, and I'm reading it really slow. The reason I'm reading it really slow is like I'm enjoying it. I'm taking it like flavor by flavor. Like I'm really enjoying that book. Anyways, so when I found this book, I was like, I'm taking, because the mention of this book, the way it was mentioned, really intrigued me. So I took it, and it is filled with small poetries. So I really enjoy reading one every day, and yeah, I'm really into poetry right now, especially Sufi poetry, and I mentioned it in my cozy Saturday video as well. Second, I mentioned I am really into reading Rumi recently, and even though there's a book that my father bought, but it's not a part of this haul, so I didn't bring it here. This one was given to me on the same day by my aunt, and she was like, I have so many Rumi books, like you can take them. And so the first one is the big red book. Like I said, the poetry books, I just pick them up, flip them, and read a poetry every day, and like really try to understand that single poetry. So it's really been a journey for me reading Rumi, and Sufi poetry is very new to me, and I've been really enjoying them, and I would suggest everyone, please read Rumi. Please read Rumi. I didn't used to read Rumi before, but now that I think about it, I missed out on a lot. I've been really wanting to know and search more about Rumi, and this is the reason why I'm also trying to learn Farsi, because Farsi we call it in Urdu and Persian. So the reason why I'm wanting to learn that, because I want to read Rumi in his own language. But if you want, Rumi is also translated in English, and maybe you can find him translated in your own language. Like it's also translated in Urdu. Anyways, there's Teachings of Rumi by Andrew Harvey, and Rumi is Swallowing the Sun, translated by Franklin D. Lewis. So I have these 3 books of Rumi that I got from my aunt, and I'm going to place them somewhere over here. I'm going to start putting them back in the bags, so it'll take a minute, but I'll talk while I'm putting them in the bag. When I went to buy these books, I saw a book of Rumi, and my aunt was like, oh, don't buy them, I have many books of Rumi, you can take them. I was like, okay, fine, because I wasn't really like looking for Rumi at that time of my life. But honestly, once I started reading him, I couldn't stop, and I would suggest everyone, like everyone who's watching this video, do read it. At least do read Rumi once in your life. This is what I would suggest. And honestly, I have a different perspective of life after reading Rumi, so I would really suggest read him once. And I might make a video when I'm very well versed about it. I might make a video about Rumi, but because I'm really new into reading poetry, I've done poetry back in the days, but recently, like reading these big poets, I am very new to that. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. I don't know what I'm trying to say at this point. Okay, here is this other book called. I took this from the children's section. My first stop when I enter the bookstore is the children's section. Then I go into the philosophy section, and then I go into the young adult section. So the first stop is the children's section, so you would know that I got it. There are a lot of classics in this as well, but children's section is not like all those children's books. There's also some, like not adult, but some classics in the children's section for some reason, because there are also school books and stuff like that. I don't know why some of the books are there, but I was surprised that why are they in the children's section. Anyways, okay, so the first book is Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. I haven't started reading it yet, but I wanted to start. I picked it up twice to start, and I picked up another book. So you can tell that most of them are not read yet, but it's not like they are just in my to be read list, and I am actually picking up books from here to read, so not that bad. Anyways, so there's this book called A Book of Nonsense, and I believe, I don't know why I picked this up. I don't know why I picked this up, but I actually loved a few things. So I was like, I'm gonna get it. They're just small. I don't know, is it, should you call it poems, small poems? I don't know what is it, but it's called A Book of Nonsense, and it's supposed to be funny. So I bought them because sometimes I do need something funny to read. It's surprising that. Oh, this one made the noise. It's not working, but it's making so much noise, like so many notifications. I just turned it on today. Anyways, there's this Anna Sewell Black Beauty. I love reading stories about horses, especially children's stories. So there's that one. Oh, this one is in this pile, but it's not for me, and it's not a children's book. It's Sidney Sheldon, A Stranger in the Mirror. I bought this for my mom. And there's also another Sidney Sheldon book that's currently with my mom right now because she's reading it. So there's that, and still in this book pile, but it's not my book. So I might read it because my mom and my aunts are big fans of Sidney Sheldon, so I might read it. Also, there's Charles Dickens' Oliver Twist, and we all know from our school journey that Charles Dickens is a great writer. So I have bought Oliver Twist, and I haven't read it yet, so that's why I bought it. Okay, this one this is the book that I went there for. Like in one of my trips, I saw this book and I wanted to buy it, but I didn't bought it then. So I went back to that store just to buy this book, and I bought these books as well. And this is Tales from Shakespeare. So it's Tales from Shakespeare, and there are, I think, many Shakespeare work. And because other than Romeo and Juliet, I haven't read Shakespeare, so I was intrigued. Oh my god, The Phantom Toll Booth. There's a reason I bought this, and a story behind it, and I want to tell you that, and the reason why I always go to thrift stores, because like I said, the vibe there is, it's a journey, I'm gonna tell you. So it was like placed like this on the bookshelves, and I went there and I picked it up, read it a little bit, and then I put it back, and I was like, I'm gonna like take around and then decide if I want to buy it or not. And if you know, in thrift stores, they're not like bunch of the same book. Certain books are just like one piece over there, and I just put it back there. It's someone's school book and I just put it back there, and then I went around, and then there was this other girl who just came, and she was about to pick this up, and she went like this, and her friend called, and she went like this, and she went yes, and I was like, she was going to pick this up. This is the only book there. And I picked it up. And then she never came back. But I was like, oh my god, I can lose it. So it was, what's it called? It's called something. Thing when you just like, when they put sales for a certain time and you have to like panic buy. I don't know what's called. There's a specific word for that. I always forget words when I have to say them. So The Phantom Toll Booth, and I actually bought it then. And like I said, I've been really into an anthology of English poetry. Like I've been really into poetry. So this is an anthology of English poetry. And it's a school book again for classes 6, 7 and 8. But I bought it. Oh, I did. Yeah, I did bought that one. Okay. And because some of you might not know this, but I loved the show Doctor Who, and I didn't know it was a book series. So I bought my first Doctor Who book. I was really excited, like I was jumping like a kid when I saw this, and I was like, hey, Doctor Who comes in book series. I was so happy because I really loved the show. So I bought this book called The Art and Craft of Storytelling. If you don't know, I'm a writer, and this book talks about it's a comprehension guide to classic writing techniques. So I got this. There's also my pencil because I was reading this. And yeah, this was the whole bag, and I'm gonna put these things back into the bag. Oh my god, I'm really sick, like really sick. It's hard for me to breathe because I have flu. So you can tell the difference in my voice right now. Okay. I tried to fix this, but it's not working again. Okay, it started working. I really hope I can tell you why I wanted this one to work. Also, this one stopped recording midway, so that's why I really wanted this to work. Because if it happened again, I had talked, like it recorded most of the stuff that I talked about. Also, I drank some water because I have to stay hydrated because of being sick. So I'm glad that this is working, and I think I'll use this phone more often if it keeps working fine. But because sometimes it doesn't work fine, I have to keep it here. So this would be the main camera, but in case something goes wrong with this, I'll be here, and that's why you'll be seeing me going here and there and there. Anyway, I took a little break and I came back after drinking some water, and yeah, it is good for me to stay hydrated. Also, there were certain issues with the stand that came, and usually in normal days I don't really like feel bad about the issues that comes with the stand, but because I'm sick today and it was really like affecting my mood, I was like, why? Anyways, this is another book that is for my mother, and it is Aleph Shafak's Three Daughters of Eve. I don't know if I'll read this or not, but because I already have so many books in my own TBR list, but this is my mom's, and I don't know if I'll read this or not. So okay, these ones. Now you know me, if you know me and has been a part of this channel, you know I am a big fan of Anna Huang, and I've already read King of Wrath. I've read all the Twisted series, and I've already read King of Wrath and King of Pride. And I am a big fan of the King of Wrath. Like that was mood for me, like Dante Russo over anyone. Anyways, so I bought the others, King of Greed, King of Sloth, and King of Envy. And I hate second chance stories, so King of Greed is really not like touching me like that, and I had trouble finishing this book. But usually I really love Anna Huang, but I hate second chances. I don't know, I never liked second chances, and I really wanted her to be with Aiden. But anyways. Also, I bought this other book. This is also a non-fiction. It's self-help book, but there's a reason why I bought this. Like I said, I had to like take breaks in the middle. It's called Surrounded by Liars by Thomas Erickson, and there's a reason why I bought this. I was watching this video. I used to love watching these videos. You know those videos on YouTube, those shorts, career ladder. Hope you don't have to hold your bladder because it's time for career ladder. I love those, and Thomas Erickson actually came on that, and I was like, I didn't know who he was, okay, and he just came up and he was like, oh, he was talking about his career, and at the end I was like mesmerized by him, this man, okay. And at the end he was, I don't know anything by the way about him right now, so I don't know anything about him. I just watched this video, and this is the first book I bought of him. I haven't even read it yet. So he just came, and it was the way he spoke, the way he's talking and stuff like that. And he was like, I'm the most translated. Was he Swedish? Like I said, I don't know much about him. Anyway, I don't know much about him. So he was talking about like he talked about being the most translated author, and I was like, because I'm an author, I was like, this is what I want to know. Like, he looked like a celebrity before I found out he was an actual celebrity. Like, he was this big of a writer. So his bestseller is Surrounded by Idiots, but I got this one because this is the one that was there. So I was like, oh, I got a book of Thomas Edison. I should probably buy it. I hate mosquitoes. Okay, the next, and I haven't even started reading this, so I know nothing about this man. I just saw a career letter video and I was like, I want to buy his book and find out what's all the talk about. Anyways, okay, this is fangirl moment. Wait, there was another one. I think I put it in another bag. But this book was recorded many times. So this video was recorded many times. My father's walking outside, so there's a lot of noise. I can't close the door because then it gets suffocating in here. The angle of this is not that fine, so maybe I won't put these videos. This is just there for if something goes wrong with this one, I can just go back and pick this up. And it's just started working, like it's been 5 minutes, and in this, well, there was another, I cut it because I took a break. Anyways, there are plenty of Lee Bardugo books, Shadow and Bone, Silence and Storm, Ruin and Rising, the whole series, and The Ninth House and Hellbent. And again, the reason why, first of all, I've been influenced into buying Lee Bardugo by plenty of my favorite influencers, so I know that our taste is similar, so I know that I like Lee Bardugo. Also, because I watched her TED talk, and it was after I bought these books, so she was like, I loved the way she talked, I really wanted to read her, and yeah, that's why I bought so many Lee Bardugo. I watched the TED talk later. I bought these first, and like I said, I was influenced into buying these, but I was influenced by people whose reading preferences matches mine, so I know I would enjoy them. Always be influenced by people whose reading preferences aligns with yours, and you know that their reading preferences align with yours. Don't buy things from influencers that you have just started watching. Okay, keep that in mind for buying the new books and buying books from TikTok or YouTube or anything. So only buy books by people who you know that enjoy the same kind of books that you enjoy. Okay, so the last batch, this is the last batch, and this was actually the first one that I have read most of the things out of. Wuthering Heights. I read this book called, there was this book called The Lost Bookshop by Emmy Woods. Please read that. You will love it. I loved that book. I actually listened to the audiobook and I loved it. Like, I loved it. I couldn't move on. I still can't move on from that book. It was a journey. It was beautiful. The Lost Bookshop by Emmy Woods. Please read that. And I'm planning on reading more Emmy Woods. And because it was an audiobook, so maybe in future I'll be listening to Emmy Woods. Anyways, in that book, Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte was mentioned so much that when I saw it there, placed there, I was like, I'm gonna buy this. And my aunt was like, maybe it's not like the original Wuthering Heights and it's like toned down because it's a school book. I was like, I don't care. If you know, please tell me that is this how big Wuthering Heights is supposed to be, please tell me. And yeah, I just bought it and I will be reading it soon. I actually started reading it while I was in my aunt's house, but I just read like 2-3 pages and then we had to come back, so I had to like put it back in the bag. Okay. This one I finished. Like I said, I love reading about horses, and this is The Enchanted Horse. I really loved it. I read it in like half an hour because it's a children's book, so as you can see, it's very easy to read. I read it in half an hour and it was mostly a comfort read more than like a read. It was more, I usually read children's book when I can't really bring my brain. There's a lot of brain rot going on, and I can't really bring myself back to reading. So children's book is the easiest way to get back to reading. If you want to get back to reading, start by reading children's book. I'll make a video about that as well, because I've been like obsessed with watching these videos about brain rot, because I'm like, why are we purposefully destroying our brains? Anyways, so if you have been a victim of brain rot, please start by reading any children's book. They are easy reads and you can finish them in half an hour or something. Even if you haven't read something in long time, it would be really easy to start by reading children's book. And they're also comforting, like bringing you back to your childhood. There's this book, The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins. Oh my god, this book was a whole ride. I'm not even kidding. This book was a whole roller coaster ride for me, a roller coaster of emotions. The Woman in White. Oh my god, I had so much to say. I might make a video about this again, because I had so much going on in my head while reading this. Like, and there was a point I was at my grandmother's house, and there was a point where I was like, stop reading this book. And I was like, no, I can't stop reading this book. I finished it in like hour or two, and I couldn't stop reading this book. And it was the time when like I said, I was going through this brain rot time, and I couldn't pick up a book. So even at that time, I read this, The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins. Do read it and let me know what you think, and we'll conversate about this, okay? And if you have read it, do tell me. Okay, this series that everyone told me not to read, but I started reading and I really enjoyed it, this series. And I want you to like, I've just read 2 books from this series, and I've really enjoyed, really enjoyed this series. So I really want you to try them out too. And this is a series of unfortunate events. Everyone's like, don't read it, there's no happy ending, there's no that. Do read it, it's actually good. I finished it in a day, in 2 of those books. And like I said, I'm not a fast reader. The reason why I'm saying I finished it this quick, because I'm not a fast reader. And not being a fast reader and going through a brain rot time and still finishing these books in like this time frame is a big thing for me right now. So that's why I'm saying that I really enjoyed a series of unfortunate events. Like, please do read it. Okay. Have you ever heard like, don't judge a book by its cover? Of course you have heard it. It's a phrase used many times. I judged a book by its cover, and I bought it. The book was called Buried Daughter, and it's should we call a parody or something of Harry Potter. And because of this book, I finally started reading Harry Potter. So you get it. I didn't read Harry Potter. I watched the movies with my parents when I was really young, so they're just like clippets of those movies in my head, and I really don't remember. So I've just started reading Harry Potter, and it was called, and when I picked this up, it said, and the unnecessary sequel. So I was like, the unnecessary sequel, and there's also the book nobody has been waiting for. And I was like, oh my god, like I said, if I find a book funny, I'll pick it up, I'll just buy it. So funny books really catches my attention, and this was the book one, and I just bought both of them. I'm reading Harry Potter so I can enjoy these later on, the funny take on Harry Potter. Okay, like I said, the reason why I go to these thrift stores is to get old books as well. And this one is Adventures in Bolivia by C.H. Rogers. I don't know when this was first came out, and I really don't know what this is about. It's like a journey or something like that, or it's just a novel. I don't know what this is, but because I haven't started reading it, but it intrigued me, so I got it. Also, this book, I was picking it up and then putting it back. I was like, do I need this? Maybe I don't need this. Or maybe I do need this. but maybe I don't need this, but maybe I should get it. But what will I do with this? But what if I want to read it? It is a listener's history of music. If you don't know, I'm really into music as well, and I am also a part of a local group. But let's keep this a secret. You know how Jacob is talking to so many people. I don't know who will watch this video. One or two people, or sometimes 1,000 people watch my video. I don't know who will watch this video, but this was also an award to someone for playing violin, and yeah. So when I got this, I was like, I'm gonna be started reading this, and yeah, I haven't started reading it yet, but for some reason I'm happy that I have this book. I'm a happy girl right now. If you can see, I'm just happy. I have this book right now. I haven't started reading it yet, but I'm a happy girl that I have this book. Anyways, that was it for this video. Oh no, it's not it for this video. I said that I have a few things that I want to talk about, and I might make a separate video about them, but this one, not this one. I won't make a separate video about this one, but maybe that one. And this one is actually, like I said, I am really slow at reading non-fictions. So this one is my non-fiction diary, and I've just recently started reading non-fictions, and that's why I needed this diary for me to be with me. And I don't know where are the pages that I worked on. I can't find them. I think I told them a way to restart, and I haven't restarted. Okay, I'll cut this part out. I'll just cut this part out. Maybe not. It's okay to be imperfect, okay? It's okay to be imperfect. I wanted to write about my non-fictions, and I wrote a few things, but I wasn't happy with them, so I tore those pages. I don't know when it stopped recording, but I tore those pages out, and I don't know what I did, like what I had in mind. I thought I wrote more, but I didn't, so I might talk about this some other time. This is my, I recently saw this video. This one stopped working again. This one has no use. I will just put it out. Okay, so recently I saw this video of this guy, and he was like talking about the importance of small essays. Small essays? Tiny essays? What is it called? Okay, short essays. Short essays. My brain is really fogged right now. It's usually fogged like in normal circumstances, and right now I'm sick, so it's extra fogged. And my first short essay was about annotation, because I just learned that, and it's not to be shared, but I will make a video about short essays and its importance and what I learned and stuff. So that's why I want to share this. And yeah, that was it for the video. I'm really tired and I might go and sleep a little. So this was me, Durey or Durkook, or whatever you like to call me. I make book content. It didn't die. Anyways, I make book content. I make other type of things that I want to talk about, reviews and stuff. And I have this series going on, Cozy Sundays, where I act like your grandma and give you advice on what I learned in my life. And it's why I say I learned, because I'm not a motivational self-help guru or something. I'm just like all of you who's still figuring out life and still needs self-help for herself. So I might like, this is me. Also, I realized that there's this grid over here, and when I move around it, it becomes distorted. So maybe that's the reason. I'll see if I can remove it. Anyways, it was me, Durey or Durkook, whatever you like to call me. And if you're interested in any of those contents, do subscribe, like, and share my video. Bye. I'll see you in my other videos.